Get ready for the biggest moves in the NBA. We start with a major shakeup looming for the Philadelphia 76ers. With the season over and a big vacancy at the head of the front office, it is time for the Sixers to seriously consider who they should target in the 2026 NBA draft. We are diving deep into the strategic moves needed to propel Philadelphia beyond the second round, looking at the specific players who could fill that crucial gap on their aging roster. After facing tough hurdles like Joel Embiid's availability and significant front office decisions, we explore the chemistry that kept them going when things got tough. Finally, we look at who is entering the running for the top job. Reportedly, Phoenix Mercury general manager Nick Urin is expected to interview for the Philadelphia 76ers vacant president of basketball operations position, as he has a strong history with former executive Bob Myers. We also see other key figures meeting with Myers this week. Stay with us because we have all the details on these massive moves and what it all means for the future of the Sixers. With the Philadelphia 76ers season concluded and a vacancy at the head of the front office, the team is now focused on identifying the ideal player for the 2026 NBA draft. Despite a strong postseason showing, the Sixers face challenges, including an aging roster featuring Joel Embiid and Paul George, coupled with heavy contracts that limit flexibility heading into free agency. The new leadership must secure a draft pick that can elevate Philadelphia beyond the second round of the NBA playoffs. Given the constant injury concerns surrounding Embiid, the team is exploring options to add a backup center or power forward capable of stretching the floor. Furthermore, the modern NBA emphasizes three-point shooting, suggesting that adding a guard or wing with the ability to shoot could be a strategic move to acquire cost-effective young talent. The report singles out prospects from the Big 12 Conference as prime targets, as the conference is rich with three-point shooters. Specifically, Chris Cenac Jr. of the Houston Cougars and Christian Anderson of Texas Tech Red Raiders are highlighted. Chris Cenac Jr. has demonstrated significant interior prowess, averaging 37 boards across Houston's recent postseason stretch. At just 19, he offers immediate potential to develop into a prime player while on his rookie deal. While not a high-volume three-point shooter, his perimeter attempts have shown success, finishing last season with a 33.3% clip. He is being compared to Jaren Jackson Jr., making him an attractive prospect at the 24th pick. Christian Anderson, though potentially falling outside the 24th pick, presents an even more dynamic option. Averaging nearly 3 triples per game over 2 seasons at Texas Tech, Anderson demonstrated strong scoring ability, leading the Red Raiders in scoring last season. His profile is comparable to All-Star Darius Garland in terms of professional compensation. The front office is urged to aggressively pursue these Big 12 talents to inject necessary shooting versatility and youthful energy into the Sixers roster. The Philadelphia 76ers are actively shaping the search for a new president of basketball operations, with former Golden State Warriors executive Bob Myers set to take a significant, hands-on role in basketball decision-making. This increased involvement signals a strategic shift toward a collaborative leadership structure, blending external leadership with internal continuity, a model the team has previously found challenging. NBA insider Mark Stein has provided insight into the potential candidates, though initial indications suggest securing top targets may prove difficult. One of the most discussed names is Atlanta Hawks executive Onsi Saleh, who has a prior working relationship with Myers. However, Stein reports that league expectations favor Saleh remaining with the Hawks, making it difficult for the Sixers to secure his interest. Other potential figures have surfaced, including Tim Connolly, though securing permission from the Minnesota Timberwolves for discussions is reportedly unlikely, especially given Minnesota's interest in extending Connolly. This situation echoes past front office searches, where access to under-contract executives dictated the search strategy. Looking inward or toward candidates with existing Philadelphia ties, sleeper options are emerging. Current Assistant General Manager Jameer Nelson is expected to hold an increased role regardless of the final hire and is highly regarded within the organization. Additionally, Sixers consultant Neil Alshey and Oklahoma City Thunder executive Vince Rosman, who has prior ties to Philadelphia, have been floated as possibilities. Ultimately, the search appears less focused on a single marquee hire and more on establishing a cohesive leadership framework under Myers' vision. The incoming president faces the complex task of steering the Sixers into their next era while navigating the dynamics of a closely interconnected front office. The Philadelphia 76ers navigated a challenging season, highlighted by a resilient second-round performance despite significant internal turmoil, according to Yahoo Sports Analysis. While the team faced setbacks, including a tough second-round defeat by the New York Knicks, setting a record for most 30-point losses in a playoff run, the group demonstrated notable fight and camaraderie, drawing comparisons to the spirit of the Joel Embiid era. The season was marked by significant front office challenges, including the uncertainty surrounding Joel Embiid's availability, Paul George's suspension during a momentum-building period, and a trade deadline decision that reportedly saw a popular young player moved without a return. Despite these obstacles, the Sixers managed a 45-win season, securing a playoff spot and achieving a historic feat by overcoming a 3-1 deficit in a playoff series. Player testimonials underscored the team's cohesion. Tyrese Maxey noted that the team's health was key, stating, "I think we got to the space where it doesn't matter who's on the court." This chemistry helped the team achieve the feat of becoming the first in franchise history to reverse a 3-1 playoff deficit. Analysts suggested this internal unity was a significant factor in their success, with one source commenting that the team's 45 wins demonstrated a strong bond among the players. However, the conclusive loss to New York highlighted the gap between the current roster and title contention. Looking ahead, the team faces complex future considerations, including the contractual realities of Embiid and George, and the development timeline for key players like Tyrese Maxey and Edgecombe. The offseason presents a critical juncture for the front office, tasked with establishing a new direction for the team. Phoenix Mercury general manager Nick Arron is reportedly being considered for the vacant president of basketball operations position with the Philadelphia 76ers, according to NBA insiders Mark Stein and Jake Fisher. The news surfaces as the Mercury team enters its fourth game of the regular season with a 2-2 record. The search for the new leader is being spearheaded by former Golden State executive Bob Myers, who previously worked alongside Arron for 9 seasons with the Golden State Warriors. Arron served as the Warriors' executive director of basketball operations under Myers before moving to the Mercury. Sources indicate that Arron is on Myers' list of candidates for interviews. This interest stems from the strong past synergy between the two, coupled with Arron's proven success and experience gained while leading the Phoenix Mercury in the desert. In addition to Arron, other general managers are reportedly meeting with Myers this week, including Cleveland Cavaliers general manager Mike Gansey and Minnesota Timberwolves general manager Matt Lloyd. The 76ers are in urgent need of a new decision-maker following the recent departure of president of basketball operations Daryl Morey. Arron's track record includes guiding the Phoenix Mercury to the playoffs twice, including leading the team to the WNBA Finals last season. His experience in the desert and his recent success position him as a natural target for the 76ers leadership role.